Hey guys, I'm back again with another simple, fresh makeup look for you guys. Today's video is going to be focused on this gorgeous new palette from Nars. It's their Exposed Cheek Palette. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to achieve this eye look by using just a cheek palette. So this is the palette that we're going to be using in this look today. And it is the Exposed, I'll show you what it looks like. The Exposed Cheek Palette from Nars. It's a beautiful packaging. It's kind of like, I'll move it around so the light can catch it, but it's meant to, I guess, resemble like a water rippling effect. And then when you open it up, you've got 6 beautiful shades that you can use on the cheeks, but also on the eyes as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so I've just swatched it all on the back of my hand, all 6 shades, so you can see how it looks. Hopefully you can see that in the lighting there. Before we get into this look, I must tell you that I've already filled in my brows. So if you guys are interested to know how I do my brows, I'll leave a link right here for you guys to have a look. So getting into the look, I don't have any base on, of course, so I'm going to start with the IT Cosmetics CC cream, and my winter shade is in light. In summer, I'm a light medium. So to apply this, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Complexion Perfection brush. It's this nice dual-ended brush. I honestly love this brush to apply all my foundation and tinted moisturizers. This is a brand new tube, so it's taking a bit to come out. Okay, there we go. Glasses off. So I'm just gonna do a light coverage with this guy. Okay, so I already have my CC cream as the base. Now I'm going to move on to under eye concealer, and I'm going to use the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. For my under eyes, when I conceal, I usually like to go just half a shade or a full shade lighter than my complexion color. So I'm just gonna dot that on. So if you usually go a little bit lighter than your foundation color when it comes to the under eye area, it means that you get more of that brighter, more awake, fresh look. And if you're trying to conceal, say, blemishes or pigmentation, it's good just to go as closest to your foundation color or skin color. That way you're not highlighting it. And always conceal in this very inner part here, because we always get a little bit dark there. Just want to brighten that up. And on the outer corner right here. You guys see a difference? Should be a little bit brighter on this side. I'm going to do the other side now. So concealer is now on both under eyes. And I also did conceal around my nose area as well, because I always get a little bit red there. The next product is powder. I'm going to set down mainly the T-zone and a little bit under the eyes so my concealer doesn't move, and that the center of my face is more on the satin side, not that dewy. So the powder of choice is going to be the M.A.C powder, which is the Next to Nothing powder in the shade Medium Plus. It's just this shade right here. It's just a really beautiful light powder to set. It doesn't look that powdery, like full coverage on the skin. It's just super light. So before I set the under eyes, I like to take my clean finger and just smooth out any creasing before I set. It's always good to do this, because if you allow time for the wet products to move around, it sort of settles into natural creases of the eye, and you go to set it and then it really enhances those fine lines. So you just want to smooth it out before you go in to set. I just like to pat gently rather than like buffing in the powder, because you can really disturb the foundation underneath. Okay, so now for the star of the show, the Exposed Cheek Palette. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Peachy Nude shade right there, and I believe it's called Now or Never. Let's double check. Now or Never. And I'm going to use that as an eyeshadow base. Alright. And I'm going to use a eyeshadow blending brush. My one today is the Crease shadow brush from Sephora. I'm just going to sweep that lightly all over the eyelid and into the crease. It's okay if you go slightly above the natural crease of the eye, because when you open your eyes, you can still see the color peep through, which is nice. This is really pretty, guys. It's such a soft, peachy color. I always like to blend my eyeshadow just a little bit outside of like where my eye naturally ends, just to sort of blow out the eyeshadow a little bit and elongate the eyes just a little bit as well. All right, what is this color? Come Hither. All right, so we already have the peach eyeshadow base on, and now we're moving on to this shade right there, and it's called Come Hither. Still the same brush, and I'm just going to dip right in there, tap off the excess as always. So we're just slowly building color on top of that base color, which was that peach shade that we went in with. Ooh, really pretty. Who else is a huge fan of pink eyeshadow? Let me know in the comments. See that? So we've just built on a bit of pink, same on the other side. Okay, so on to the next shade. We're gonna go in with this one right here, and it's in the shade Give It Away. And I'm gonna focus this color basically just on the outer third of my eye, or outer V, and I'm switching brushes again, and it's the Ray Morris number 7 brush. The reason why I've chosen to switch brushes is because it has more of a tapered tip right here, which allows me to get right into the crease, and it's just more precision basically. And just keeping it on the outer third of my eye, and then just blending it in halfway. I probably wouldn't use this shade as like a bronzer, just because there is a bit of like red pigment in there. So it might be a bit too pink. I would probably just keep it as like a blush shade or an eyeshadow shade, like I'm doing right here. Same color, but switching brushes back to the Luxe pencil brush from Zoeva. And I'm gonna smoke out the lower lash line, just on the outer third of my lower lash line, and connecting it to the top. Gorgeous. So we're gonna move on to a different shade now, still with the same pencil brush, and I've just cleaned it on a bit of a tissue so I don't mix too many colors. We're gonna go in with that beautiful champagne highlight shade in Tell All, and I'm going to place this beautiful shimmery shade just on the very inner part of my eye where the tear ducts are, just for a pop of light and really freshen up and tie the look together. Same on the other side, like that. And don't forget to pop it down here as well, just to really bring light to the eyes. Okay, so the eyeshadow is pretty much done now. We just have to finish off the whole eye look with some eyeliner and mascara as per usual. So eyeliner is going to be from Bobbi Brown, and it's their long wearing waterproof liner in the shade Hazy Brown. I've been reaching for a lot of like dark brown and eyeliners nowadays, because I just feel like it flatters my eyes a little bit better, and it's not as harsh as say black, unless I want to like go out night clubbing, not that I do anymore, but just for that really intense look. But for now I'm just gonna go in with this one. So I'm just basically going to tight line my eyes just on the top waterline there. Careful not to poke your eye out. If you want your eyeliner to stay on your waterline, choose an eyeliner that says waterproof, just like that. And the reason why I wanted to tight line my top waterline is so when I go to apply my mascara, it gives the illusion of thicker lashes. And I'm going to move on to another Bobbi Brown eye product, and this is the cream eyeshadow stick in the shade Bark. It's just a dark brown. And I'm going to use the brow line brush from Zoeva, and it's the 322 brush. I'm just going to swipe it on like this, and I'm just going to basically push this into the roots of my top lash line. Again, just to give the illusion of thicker lashes, because I don't have thick lashes. I'm going to give myself a little tiny petite wing. Just like that. Do the same on the other side. Alright, we're almost there. To finish off the eye look, we're going to go in with some lash primer and mascara. So this is the Diorshow Maximizer Lash Plumping Serum. Essentially, this is just a mascara primer, but it really, I truly believe that this does lengthen your lashes over time. I've been using it for 2-3 months now, and I have to say it really does help hold the lash curl better, and my lashes are visibly longer as well. So it might look a bit cray because it goes on white, but it will dry down clear. I'm going to move on to the next eye product, which is the Nars Climax Mascara. Okay. Always start from the roots of your lashes and wiggle your way up really gently. Alright, other side. Cool, so we have mascara on now. We're going to move on to a tiny little bit of bronzer just to add a very subtle contour to my cheekbones. And I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Nude Bronze Light. And I'm going to go in with the M.A.C brush. This is their 140S brush. So, dipping into here. And I just want to keep the bronzer really light. I don't want this full-on contoured look. A lot of people are afraid to use bronzer during winter, and I'm just like, why though? You don't need to be. Provided that you choose the right shade and you don't go too heavy-handed, it just adds a really nice warmth to the skin, so we look alive. And it makes a huge difference. Like, if you go into the effort to apply a full face of foundation and mascara and lipstick, but not cheeks, like, you have time. It only takes like a minute, not even. But it gives more dimension to the face and warmth, see? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the bronzer. I'm gonna move on to blush. So going back into that Exposed Cheek Palette, I'm gonna use this brush right here. It's the Ray Morris number 1 brush. Which shade shall I go in with? I'm gonna go in with this one, which is Come Hither. Okay, so blush is on, and then I'm gonna go in with the highlighter and just place it on the high points of my cheekbone. I'm going to use an eyeshadow blending brush for this one, the brush so I don't mix colours. Dipping into that highlighter shade. Just a little bit. Now, the final product to finish off this whole look and tie it all together is a nice lip gloss. So I've chosen the Nars lip gloss shade in Orgasm. I'm really into glosses nowadays. Okay, so Peppy, what do you think of this final look? No? Yes? Guys, this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and that you enjoyed the way I incorporated the cheek palette to show you how to achieve this full look. But yeah, it goes to show that even though it's marketed as a cheek palette, you can still use it as an eyeshadow like I have today. So yeah, show some love, hit the like and subscribe button for future content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!